What's up, people? I just want to give you a quick update about what's going on over here. Right now, I'm in West Texas, Monahans to be exact. I was working out in East Texas, um, Pearsall, Carrizo Springs, Dilley, closer to the real close to the border, Laredo area, San Antonio, Smiley, Texas, all in that area. Yeah, I don't know what's going on out here, guys, ladies and gentlemen, but something's going on. I'm not gonna say that it's everybody, but some of the guys, a lot of the guys that I talk to, they're slow also. You always hear me talking about Chalk Mountain. Chalk Mountain as a third party carrier, and they were running hard. They're they got day cabs. They're company drivers, slip seaters, and they work like, I think they work like 12 or 15 hours. I think they work 12 hours though. They put in their 12 hours, and somebody else comes in and fills in the position with fills in the seat that they just got out of in their truck, and they just do that. They average about one load a day. I was averaging three, four, sometimes five loads a day, depending on. Of course, it all depends on how close your the wells are, or how far they are from the loading facility. Um, but on the average, you can get three loads a day, and that's just working. Not busting your ass, not hauling ass, not not that's going the speed limit. All right. All last month, I only got one load for the month. That's this right here. Let's see. I'm used to making three loads a day, on average 3 loads a day, and I'm down to one load a day. I got it right here. From April 1st to the 15th. Right now we're the 13th. There you go. I got 2 loads on the 3rd, one load on the 4th, one load on the 5th, one load on the 6th, one load on the 7th, one load on the 8th, one load on the 9th. I got lucky right here. I got 2 loads on the 10th. Right here on this day, on the 11th through the 12th, I went home. I went home, stayed a day, so I can come out to West Texas and start this Solaris job. I got here and I did one load. Here's what like I said, all these loads they they differ, but it also depends on what company you work with. But even though some pay more, some pay less, it all averages out about the same. Like 102 miles. So let me tell you what I got right here. Check it out. The company that I'm with, you drive 500 to 100 miles. The truck makes 650. I get 25% of that, which is 162. All right. 101 miles to 150. The truck makes 750. I get 25%, which is 187. 150 to 200 miles. The truck makes $900. 25% of that, which is what I make, is 225. 200 to 250. The truck makes $1,100, $1,100. 25% of that is $275. Now, if you were an owner operator, this is what your settlement would be. So let's say I make 2 short runs, which is up to 100 miles. Then you get $1,300. That's what you make for that day. Me, I make 162. So, I mean, there's I don't know. There's good money to be made out here when the work is good. Let's see what these days look like. I think this is when I started getting slow. Okay, the second this is a preload right here. The second I did 2 loads on the 3rd, 1 load on the 6th, 2 loads on the 7th, 2 loads on preload, and a load on the 8th, 1 load on the 8th, or 2 loads on the 9th, 2 loads on the 10th. On the 11th, I made 1 load. On the 13th, I made 1 load. Here's my net for that week. Let's see. From the 2nd to the 13th, I netted 2,028. This is about the time when it started getting real slow. Yeah, I was all. This is the last day that I worked from. I gotta look at this a little better. Oh yeah, okay. So let me show y'all what I've made so far from the 3rd till today, the 13th. All right, 162. Most of them, some of them, been 162 mile, up to 100 miles, $162 loads. These 3 right here were over 200 miles. Paid me $275. Oh, I got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Now those are just 1 load days because that's all I get in that 12-hour period. Up until today, I had made $2,234 from the 3rd to today, the 13th. Yeah, it's it all depends. I don't know. I don't want to say it all depends on who you work for or who you work with, but I've been seeing a lot of pneumatics, a lot of sandboxes, a lot of belly dumps, a lot of hopper bottoms just sitting. When you go out to the when I go out to the well site, I see them there. But I've been seeing more and more sand haulers parked at all different times of the day. A lot of guys like to run during the day because they can see, and down these back roads, a lot of them don't have any signs or nothing, so they run during the day. But now I got to where I'm seeing more and more sand haulers, parked at truck stops during the day. I know some of them are resting or whatever, but a lot of them are just standing by waiting for loads like what I'm doing right now. I've been waiting already. Let's see. I've been waiting about an hour and 11 minutes. We'll say about we'll say about 2 hours already, because I just parked right here at this loading facility from about 30 minutes ago, about 30 miles away. I had staged up there for 30 minutes, but I had to move because so I can get a better signal. So because we're using this new app, for to get our loads dispatched, and I didn't have a good signal out there, so I moved over here closer to a loading facility. Um, yeah, it's just, well, sometimes I'll go out to the. There's been a few times I went out to the well site, and I'm the only truck there. I'll be the only truck that pulls up, and by the time I leave, no other truck has gotten there also. And what's it called? I asked one of the coordinators, the pushers out there, the one that guides you in and all that. I asked him, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's up with all this standby and everything?" He said, "Man, I don't know, man." He said, "It's just slow." He's like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I haven't seen any third party carriers, which is, um, companies like my company, like I don't know, CIG. There goes one right there. CIG, Cisco, Stevens, um, Chalk Mountain, Rowdy carriers, just whatever other carriers that carry sand. Those are third party companies. 1845, that's a third party company. All these companies that people talk about, those are third party carriers. Um, he said, yeah, man, I haven't seen any third party carriers through here. I don't know what's going on with them. What's going on. I talked to a Chalk Mountain driver. The company that we're um, pulling for is called EOG. That's for, say, like an oil field company, and they hired my company, the company that I work. They hired the company that I work for, and other companies to haul sand to the silos. EOG is the company that pays us. Okay, well, let me tell you what I found out from a Chalk Mountain driver. Okay, on some of my other videos, I'll talk about Chalk Mountain drivers they're out here in force. EOG Chalk Mountain is EOG's main carrier. They get paid by the hour, so they're gonna have their drivers. They're gonna get paid for 2 loads. It'll be the same amount as 1 load. Let's say, see, how can I put it? Okay, let's say I get a load from here. I drive 30 minutes away. I drive 30 minutes away from here, drop my load off, drive 30 minutes back. That's 2 hours already. Then I drive, like I said, drop my load off, drive 30 minutes back over here to get loaded, and then get loaded, and then go back and drop another load off. And that's 2 loads, right? So what is that? That's 2.5 hours. So let's say they get paid per hour. That's 2.5 hours that they're getting paid. Of however much they get paid. I don't know. It's 17, 20. I don't know how much they get paid. Versus what I get paid by the load. And that would be 162 for me for that day. Okay. So that's what I was saying. That's why, that's one of the reasons why the companies that pay hourly have more work, is because EOG hires them because the payout will be less. So they'd only have to pay them per hour versus the guys that are getting paid per load. But what I found out from another driver is that the president of EOG is married to the president's daughter of Chalk Mountain. So that's a family deal, a family affair going on right there. So that's why they're there. That's why Chalk Mountain is the main carrier for EOG. I found that out the other day. I was talking to one of the Chalk Mountain drivers. And I said, "Hey man, are y'all slow too?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What's going on, man? If you're pulling for EOG and you want to know what's going on with where a certain well's at, or any kind of EOG information, you ask a Chalk Mountain driver, they're gonna know. They know all the little shortcuts. They're pretty informed." I asked him, "What's going on? Are y'all on standby too?" He's like, "Yeah, man, we've been slow. We're only getting, at least one load a day." I was like, "Oh, well." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I heard." He said, He said that one of the main companies we haul sand for on these fracking jobs is Halliburton. Well, Halliburton, this was in East Texas. Here too, but this is what's going on up there in East Texas. Halliburton had all these East Texas jobs, right? And then they pulled out and they went to Louisiana to go do some work up there, but they were going to come right back. And supposedly it's been over 2 months already and they haven't been back. So EOG is slow. Chalk Mountain is slow also. So that's one reason why it's slow for us. The company that I work for, they're dedicated to EOG, which is good in a way, but not really. I mean, you would think that it's good because it shows the devotion. It shows that they're devoted to that company and no other company, which is good. It shows that. But when it's about money, also, or for us drivers, for the company owner too. This is the company that I work with. They just started this about a year and a half ago. This sand hauling division. They are a heavy haul company. What we do, see those silos up there? My company pulls those to location. We also haul what's it called? Mining tires. The big tires that they use out here on this tractor right here. You see what front end loader or whatever that is. They haul those tires. Bigger tires even. And they got the contract with Solaris to go move their silos to their location. And once the fracking's all done and everything plugged up and everything, then we'll move those silos to another location. And I guess work was pretty good on that side, so they decided to open up a sand hauling division. So the company that I'm with we're kind of known. To the locals, around where we're at, where we're working at. They see us, and they see a lot of us, or not so much a lot of us, but they see us running back and forth. Yeah. So I guess the owner thought that it'd make him look good if they kept only one contract open with only one oilfield company, which is EOG. What he failed to realize is that once EOG gets slow, then that means we get slow. Just like what's going on with EOG and Chalk Mountain. Chalk Mountain pulls for EOG also. So they're slow, and in turn we're gonna be slow. Sometimes we'd wait a day and a half just to do one load. Well, a few weeks ago, we're on standby for 2 weeks. Let's say about a month or two ago, about a month and a half ago. We're on standby for 2 weeks. Um, I went home. I went home for 3 days. Then they told us, yeah, it's rolling. Everything's going good. Go ahead and go to the yard, do your PTI, and go get loaded. Well, I caught on to that. That, being slow, be slow, be out there for a week, and it's slow, and you come home for a day or two, go back out there and do one or two loads and just come back home. I told my dispatcher, I said, whatever I told him, I don't know. I can at the moment. I'm doing a side job, bro. I don't remember what I said, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to go back out there to the field just to come back home. And I told him, I said, once it gets good and going, then I'll go out there. She said, okay, I don't blame you. All right. She knows what's going on. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating when you're out there, when you're out in the field, because you come out here to make money. I'm not bitching or anything. I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, I save money. I save money for times like this. But a lot of times, anytime we come out here to make money. All right. You're sacrificing time away from your family, and you're being out here. You don't sleep. You don't sleep good. You don't eat good. All you do is run every day. A lot of people take. A lot of drivers take their 24-hour reset after the 70 hours. I don't. I run off of recaps. So, if I say that I'm out here for a month, then every day for that month I'm working. Because if I take a 24-hour reset, that's $300 to $800 during that time that I can make, just instead of sitting there not doing nothing. I took a reset one time since I've been out here. I've been hauling sand already for about a year and a half. I took a reset one time. That was the first week that I was out here. The whole time that I was there, I get excited, man. It motivates me whenever I'm writing down my loads and adding up the money, adding up each load, and just watching the amount go up, get higher and higher. That motivates me. I know that there's, companies out here that pay more than the percentage that I'm getting paid. But it's good money. It's good. The company where I'm at is a good starter company. Just like a lot of these other companies. I get paid 25%. Some companies pay 27%. Some pay very few pay 30%. But my company has this company has good benefits. Some companies pay demerge. Demerge is the time that you're waiting after you get the time that you're waiting to get unloaded. Like right now, I've been here an hour and a half. I'm not getting paid demerge because I'm not loaded. Let's say I was loaded. Let's say I was loaded and I was waiting at the well site. That would be demerge. Some companies pay it, some companies don't. EOG just passed a deal where, EOG just passed a deal where they raised the rates on the payload, but they took away the demerge. Which I don't know. You can twist it up how you want to. It might seem like more money. It is in a sense, but out in West Texas, it's common to wait 2, 3, 4, 5 hours before you get unloaded. So that's where we used to make a good bit of our money because when I'd come out here to these West Texas wells, I'd and I you can tell how you can see how long the line is. You pull up, you get behind the last truck, and there's a 20, 30 trucks in front of you. You already know, oh, okay, so we're gonna be sitting here about 2 hours. What you do, you you park it. You park right there. And you take a nap for 2 or 3 hours. In 2 or 3 hours, you wake up. You move forward a little bit. But I don't know. Trying to stick it out with this company. I I don't like to job hop. When it got slow the first time, we it got slow, and before and after getting loaded or unloaded, we'd be on standby for an hour, sometimes 2 hours. I got fed up with it. It was just a it was just an impulsive. It was just a I just quit on an impulse. I had sat for 2 days. I was loaded. I sat for 2 days, and they didn't have a well for me to go to. So I said, man, I said as soon as I unload, I said I'm going home. I went to go do flatbed. I like to work on flatbed. Um, the work was nice. I really liked the work, but the money didn't match the pay. It was just a quick video. I mean, I didn't even think about what I was gonna say, or what the topic was gonna be about. I just wanted to keep y'all updated, let y'all know that we're trying out this Solaris deal, and so far I don't like it. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.